Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1382, and today's topic is hydroponic and aquaponic agriculture, that is climate resilient agriculture, or we can say the agriculture in those areas where there is scarcity of rain, also desertification, arid zone like Borno state and northern part of the Nigeria. So in those areas where there is really climatic condition is not favorable, and also the soil. So this hydroponic, aquaponic farming is very effective, and with this farming, first thing is that we can avoid even the use of soil. Also we can use air and water, and we can construct such type of greenhouses where we can control all climatic atmospheric conditions parameters like control of humidity, control of temperature, also the light with different waves, infrared, ultra or visible ranges, and at the same time this type of farming is really can increase the productivity of food grain, agriculture, fruits, and different type of green vegetables up to 30 to 40%. And why I am saying 30 to 40%? Because in India, now there is extensive, aggressive hydroponic, aquaponic farming in those areas which are having desert and scarcity of water, especially in the area of like Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab, some area. So all these areas now it has become very, very popular. The condition is that first thing is actually our agriculture is the most important for our survival. Agriculture में food grain, vegetables and some animals also, that is for animal protein. And today the question is, first thing is that if we are talking of agriculture it has three axes. One is water and other energy. These three combinations are there. If there is no water, if there is no energy, the food production we cannot get. And the other thing is that is affordability. Affordability and sustainability, that whether we can sustain or not, and also the other is that is affordability, sustainability and reliability. So what I mean to say, hydroponic and aquaponic farming is very much beneficial from cost point of view, from economic point of view, because first thing is that in this case 90% less water is needed as compared to traditional or classical farming, 90% less water. And secondly, we have multiple crop system. We are not waiting for rainy season. We are not waiting for dry season. Season has no meaning. Climate has no meaning because everything is produced. That is called greenhouse. We have to construct the greenhouse. Very, very big greenhouses are constructed in India and in many parts of the world. Since I am Indian, that's why I am giving the example of India. And where we are producing a variety of products. So second, cost effective, affordability, and also multi-cropping. We are not affected by resilience of the climate change, any soil factor, because all water and nutrient mixture, supply of these two things, aerial farming, getting so many things from air, hydrogen, water, carbon, all these are supplied. And that greenhouse is attached with latest sensors, sensor for humidity, sensor for temperature and light. They will give the signal that which is positive or negative. The third thing is that with this farming, we can do in urban area, urban cities like in Lagos, Kano, Ibadan, big cities like in India, Bombay, Delhi, even in your backyard, even in your wherever you have enough space like lawn or some area in your balcony, just put that greenhouse, attach everything you can use, and also you can supply to your neighbors. People are doing in India that is called floor farming, because on top of the house they have floor and they have constructed greenhouse and they are doing this farming. So the farming means now is not that we can produce millions of tons. No, it has no meaning. Main thing is affordability. I am giving you the example of India, today's example in 2025. India is producing more than 400 million metric ton of food grain. And India is keeping its godown, that is called Food Corporation of India, more than 100 million as a reserve. But after knowing this critical data about food grain, oh, India is super. Because India is producing more than 400 million metric ton and keeping reserve of up to 100 million ton. Oh, India is very rich in its food grain. No doubt that figure is correct, but at the same time, the question comes that what percentage of 1.45 billion Indians can afford that product? Here there is big question mark. In every country it is like that. Even in Nigeria, millions of tons are reserved in godowns. Lot of food grain is available. But whether your 90% Nigerian population can afford or not, that is called affordability and sustainability. We have to work around that. So I am giving the example of India, that India has produced more than 400 million ton food grain, keeping the reserve of 100 million ton, but 60%, 60% means almost 800 million Indians cannot afford to purchase food grain. Underline it, and you can check the data, because I am mentioning this on international platform on YouTube. It will go everywhere. Even in India also they will be listening. The reason is that 800 million Indians They are given food grain by government of India, 5 kilogram per person, because they cannot purchase the food grain. So 800 million Indians, they are on government subsidy or government support to get out of deep hunger and poverty of food grain. There are two types of poverty: poverty of energy, poverty of food grain, and poverty of money. So if suppose you are secure, you are producing such type of food grain and also animals like aquaponic technology farming is nothing but to do the fish culture, fish farming with new technologies. And now these two, that is hydroponic, aquaponic, they are symbiotic. Symbiotic means you are putting plant in that water. The plant is purifying the water, and what fish is there, the waste of fish is a nutrient for plant. So at the same time, both are complementing, and such type of farms are also available. So there are lot of technologies involved, and also my observation and also recommendation that India is very advanced in agriculture technology today. And if suppose your policymakers, they are interested in hydroponic, aquaponic farming, they can link to Indian lot of federal government institutions who are supporting, who are supplying manpower, technology transfer to establish these type of systems. We call it is a type of system, aquaponic and hydroponic. Like in India, Indian Agriculture Council Research, then IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, Indian Husbandry Institute, then PUSA Agriculture Institute. So many institutions are there, and they are very expert in all this. So let me show you some of the images. This is the image of hydroponic farming of tomatoes in India, and that is under greenhouse structure where all conditions are under control, and it is heavy cropping and organic products. There is no any insect or bacterial biting. So many bitings are not appearing because it is all checked by computer programming, screening, and also under latest technology like sensor, artificial intelligence, and some other sophisticated agriculture technology. Here, this is the image of where all the conditions are controlled. If I say conditions, means climatic condition like temperature, like humidity, like light, and also the water. So all these conditions are controlled. This is the image of greenhouse constructed with all electronic devices to control the atmospheric or climatic condition like temperature, humidity, even pH, all are controlled, and we get the information on our laptop or palm top, that is our smartphone, and everything is controlled and under automatic technology. This is what I was talking, the image of combined hydroponic and aquaponic system of farming in India, where you can see that plants are there and the water is there. In that water, the culture of fish is there. So fish, they are producing waste, and that waste is the nutrient for plant to grow. And at the same time, plants, they are responsible of purifying the water, and their dissolved oxygen level will be maintained. Here it is aquaponic. Fish farming is in culture, and it is actually the fish culture in millions are produced, and that one is distributed, and in different shape it is grown, and mostly the widely used fish and loved, that is called tilapia and catfish, are very much successful in such type of aquaponic farming. Here, nowadays in India, the greens, lettuce, salad, what we call it, all are produced by, that is hydroponic system, and there you can say in pipe there is circulation of nutrient plus water mixture, and that circulation is supplying and it is absorbed by the roots, and there is a good growth and high yield. I have already told you that the yield is from 30 to 40% more as compared to traditional or classical farming. This is hydroponic. We call it soilless agriculture. Soil, we don't need soil. Without soil, we are producing millions of tons of fruit and vegetables, only mixing water and nutrient and controlling all the parameters, conditions with the help of latest technologies like automation, artificial intelligence, robotic. So, and they are all organic, means there is nothing like insect biting, pesticide use, no. They are all free of it and highly nutritional to our health. Here, this is my photo, Professor Khan and my wife. We visited one hydroponic farm. It's very big farm. It's only front side I have taken, and they are producing huge quantity of flower, different type of vegetables. We cannot count because I went inside and I was tired only in one greenhouse, and like this there are dozens of greenhouses constructed, and it is just like big crowd there. People are coming and purchasing whatever they like, whether they like some fish culture, then some plant, seedling, all are available with different varieties. Fantastic. So in this digital economy, where India is having more than 500 billion per year digital economy earning, and really it is huge. It can be done, but at the same time, all these digital technologies cannot download fresh vegetable, fruit and food grain in organic farm. We have to grow by using new technologies, and again underline it, it must be affordable. Nowadays my main emphasis is affordability, and that's why on that condition in New York City, one very young man of the age group of 34, he won the election and defeated very senior ex-governors with big margin, and his only campaign was affordability and sustainability to all New Yorkers, because there are 80 million population and New York is having 2.6 trillion US dollar GDP, but still lot of people, they cannot afford food, they cannot afford residence, they cannot afford transportation, use of energy. So the global now we can say concern of scientists is how to make everything affordable. In Nigeria, use of internet, Wi-Fi, create the electronic cloud, We have lot of thousands of satellites in this space, and still in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, Wi-Fi is very costly. All social media activities where millions of the students can benefit nowadays, that time is over. Reading by hard copy. Lot of materials are available on YouTube, just like my lecture. Thousands will benefit. But they cannot afford in Nigeria. I asked this question from these students. Why thousands of you are not watching my more than 1,300 lectures are there? Every aspect or most of the aspect of chemistry and technology and health issues I am taking. This is, sorry, we cannot afford. So it is affordability. We are producing millions and millions of tons, 400, 500 million tons of food grain, and 60% population cannot afford. No. There is some serious black hole of international politics of energy and food grain. We have to stop it with all these resources and new technology and education. So here I have given the summary. The hydroponic and aquaponic farming, climate resilient agriculture. Agriculture without soil, without climate, without atmosphere favorable, and under controlled temperature, pressure, light, humidity. Number one, hydroponic and aquaponic can play a significant role in Nigeria addressing food security challenges. Number two, benefits of hydroponic farming. A, conservation of water. I have already told you that 90% less water is required for hydroponic farming, like in Borno state. Scarcity of water is there. We cannot, it's very difficult to afford. When I am talking affordability, I am not talking of high income group. I am talking of masses who are having 5-6 children and their per capita income is below $2. They cannot afford safe drinking water and they cannot afford water for sanitation. Per capita consumption of water is not more than 50 to 60 liters per person per day in Borno state, while the international average is more than 200 liters per person per day. So where we are standing here? So in such circumstances, hydroponic, aquaponic farming is very, very important in this area where there is scarcity of water. So that is about conservation of water. It uses up to 90% less water, then increase crop yield. Is magical. Traditional farming, classical farming, depending on rain, depending on humidity, atmosphere, climatic condition, there is lot of loss. Under this controlled condition, that is hydroponic farming, the yield has gone from 30 to 50%, and space in a very small area. So, person and see year-round production, multi-cropping. Anytime, in any month, any product you can have fresh. You might have seen that my photo. I went to that hydroponic farm to buy some fresh vegetable or fresh some beautiful flowers. There is a big crowd there to purchase all these things because everything is available, organic and fresh. Then the drastically reduce land use. Don't need to go for a lot of land. And now in India, the cattle feed is produced under hydroponic sheets. And people are coming and buying those ones and they are supplying to their animals rather than going and fighting outside big area of grazing and crossing the border. Nothing like that. Keep your animal in that designated area and go and buy 2 bags, 10 bags, 20 bags as per the requirement and feed them. No need that all are going kilometers and kilometers away. Number 4. Now, 3. Suitable crops for hydroponic farming. The most suitable crops, what I have seen, is tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce, spinach, cabbage, guava, strawberries, grapes, and pepper. So in Borno state, now the costliest item is pepper. Different variety of pepper you can grow, and huge profit you can get. Even tomatoes also. And number 4, integrated system of farming. Integrated system of farming you are combining. That is hydroponic and aquaponic. Fish farming and plant, vegetable farming. Under that, water, there is fish culture is there, and their waste is produced, and root is consuming that in the form of nutrient, and plant is providing dissolved oxygen. So it is called integrated system of farming. Aquaponic combines hydroponic with aquaculture, fish, creating symbiotic relationships between fish and plant. Number 5, India can collaborate with Nigeria to establish hydroponic farming infrastructure in arid zone like in Borno state and other northern part of Nigeria for affordable, sustainable farming for masses, for everybody, not for elite, not for super class. Then India can provide, number A, technical assistance. They can be invited, they will come and establish everything. Then technology transfer, all the technology will be transferred. And then number C, joint ventures. D, research and development jointly. E, capacity building. Then 6, hydroponic farming can provide a reliable source of fresh produce in arid zone. That is, quality of life will be improved of your children, family members, because in arid zone where after few days produce, lot of things are rotten. Even I suggested that we should construct cold storage, that is called cold room in Borno state. For example, in Maiduguri University, we are producing roughly 12 to 13 megawatt electricity from our solar farming inside the university campus. This is my observation, that we are consuming only 2 to 3 megawatt electricity. 1 megawatt electricity means 1000 kilowatt electricity. And rest of the energy produced by our solar panel in university campus is ideal waste. Why not to establish the cold storage where we can put millions of bags of onion, then tomatoes, and so many other leafy green, so that we can avoid 30 to 40% spoilage, and they will get fresh. So hydroponic farming can produce reliable source of fresh produce in arid zone like Borno state, in providing food security, nutrition. Hydroponic farming can create new opportunities, jobs, and improve livelihoods. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.